I have a big problem. I know too much about real estate. And I don't mean this in a braggadocious type of way, but I did mention this in my very first video, analysis paralysis. Now, I think I actually screwed up what I said in that video. I think I said it backwards, but this is a little more of a one-take wonder type series, so it is what it is. Anyway, I say this because I've always appreciated sort of like my childlike sense of curiosity and naivete to a certain extent. It made me so dumb that I attempted it anyway, if that makes any sense. But obviously, as you get older, you start to double think these things and you think to yourself, I know how this story ends. I notice this in myself, and I also notice this in other real estate investors and real estate agents and pretty much any professional around me. I mean, there are too many books to read, too many YouTube videos to watch, too many networking events, too many office meetings. It's a deceptive problem to have. It's what I began to notice that keeps the majority of people, including myself, from doing what needs to be done. And to be perfectly clear, I'm not saying don't learn anything and just take this huge leap of stupidity. That's not where I'm going with this. But just earlier today, I passed by a house that's for sale by owner. Got back home, quickly looked up on PropStream, if this particular property fits my criteria. Surely enough, it does. I mean, the property is free and clear, which makes it a prime candidate for seller financing. And even better, the telephone number to connect with the owner is on the first sale sign. Like, easy peasy, right? So tell me why I waited over an hour just to make that phone call, just to see if the seller is interested in seller financing. Sit back, relax, don't worry, I'll tell you why. Because as realtors, we're conditioned to hate for sale by owners. Better yet, we as realtors already know how this conversation is going to end. And it goes back to knowing too much about real estate, too much experience with what other realtors have had issues with what I've had issues with in the world of real estate myself. And that kind of kills that childlike curiosity, right? Like, who knows? Maybe this seller is different and he really wants to sell it and he's open to seller financing. So why is it so hard? Why is it that, I feel to have this need to make it hard on myself? I need to skip trace, try to find an email so that I can contact them via, all the social media networks or whatever the case may be. And when it's this easy, it's almost like, yeah. They're not going to want what I'm offering. They're not going to accept my offer. Why would they do that? It's too easy. And that is the stupidest way of operating. It's literally the picture-perfect example of analysis paralysis. But it is what happens. It's these mental roadblocks that get in the way of literally myself. It's the reason why I'm making this, like I said, series, so that I can keep myself accountable, and if anything, to record myself so that I can look back on these particular videos 3, 4, 5, however many years down the line and be like, that's what was stopping you, you idiot? And by you idiot, I mean myself in the future when I rewatch these. I never rewatch my videos, but eventually I'm gonna have to sit down and rewatch these, right? Anyway, I made the phone call and the seller was actually kind of open to seller financing. They don't know too much about it, so they want to get more information on it. Fair enough, right? But for tomorrow, I scheduled a showing, essentially, and I'm going to go check out that property. I don't know if I can bring my cameras or not. I don't feel too comfortable doing that just yet, but we'll see what comes of this. But I guess the even bigger 30,000-foot question is, how do I fix this? And realistically, there are only two options. Option 1, suck it up, buttercup, make the phone call. Option 2, hire someone to make these phone calls for me. And as an entrepreneur, absolutely I'm gonna hire someone to make these phone calls for me because it's easier that way. However, I will also take the initiative to break these bad habits that I clearly have and make these phone calls myself as well, because this is all part of the thing, right? Like, I get it. At the end of the day, it's who, not how. But I have to break my own bad habits first. If you are going through the same thing that I'm going through, feel free to email me or comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, how you guys get over it. Who knows? Maybe we can even, battle buddy each other, keep each other accountable in one way or another. With that said, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like, or dislike, doesn't matter. As long as there's some type of engagement. Sign up for my newsletter, check out my website, you know, all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.